There are records, and then there are records. The sort of things that make history books and get talked about decades later. These are the records that are so outrageous, so mythic, so untouchably etched in NBA stone that even the greatest hoopers alive won't come close. These are the kind of feats that make you question reality, laugh at stats, and whisper, how the hell did that even happen? In a league where every year freak athletes, flamethrower shooters, and 7-foot unicorns redefine what's possible, there are still a few golden standards no one's topping. Call them cursed, call them sacred, call them impossible. This is the only NBA records that'll never be broken. Strap in, hoop junkies. Let's start with the most legendary stat line in basketball lore. March 2nd, 1962. No TV cameras. A barely filled arena in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And Wilt Chamberlain drops 100 points in a single game. 100, no threes, no advanced spacing. Just raw, brute dominance. Wilt was a 7-foot 1-inch cheat code dropped into the black and white era of the NBA. He shot 36 of 63 from the field and 28 of 32 from the line. That's right, the man known for being horrific at free throws suddenly turned into Ray Allen for a night. Kobe got close with 81. Devin Booker once lit up 70. But 100? In today's defensive-minded, superstar-sharing, Twitter-obsessed era, never happening again. Stockton is basically the quiet accountant of the NBA. Humble, no frills, but secretly filthy rich in stats. He dished out 15,806 assists in his career. That's nearly 5,000 more than second-place Jason Kidd. He also leads all time in steals. Think about it. LeBron, Chris Paul, Steve Nash, all world-class passers still aren't even close. So what makes it so unbreakable? Well, he played 19 seasons for one team. He never missed games. Seriously, he missed just 22 games total. And he had the perfect pick-and-roll partner in Karl Malone. Unless someone shows up with a robotic body and an unbreakable contract, this record is locked tighter than Fort Knox. The GOAT of winning. Bill Russell has 11 rings. 11. That's more than Jordan and LeBron combined. He won in an era where playoffs were shorter and dynasties were more dominant, sure, but that doesn't make it any less bonkers. To win 11 out of 13 seasons is borderline supernatural. No modern player is sniffing this. In today's era of free agency, load management, super teams, and TikTok beefs, no one's staying on one team long enough to win that much, let alone actually winning. Russell will forever be the king of the bling. Welcome to the Heat Check Hall of Fame. Klay's third quarter against the Kings in 2015 was the most ridiculous scoring explosion basketball's ever seen. Here's what went down. 37 points in 12 minutes, 13 for 13 from the field, and 9 for 9 from 3. The man turned into a human supernova. He didn't dribble, he didn't breathe, he just shot fireballs from his hands. Even with the league more three-point obsessed than ever, nobody is matching this level of unconscious insanity. Not even Steph, not Dame. This was video game level absurdity. Yes, you heard that right. 30 assists in just one single game. Scott Skiles, the gritty, short-tempered white guy with a mullet and an attitude, not exactly a household name, dropped 30 dimes in a single game back in 1990. No one's broken it since. Not Magic, not Nash, not Harden, not Jokic. Why? Because getting 30 assists means everyone else on your team is hot, and you're threading perfect passes every single possession. In today's ball-dominant era, where everyone wants to score and run ISO plays, this number feels prehistoric and totally untouchable. This man was the NBA's Iron Man. AC Green didn't miss a game for 14 straight seasons. No load management, no DNP rests. He played through dislocated fingers, sprained ankles, and the flu. This was toughness personified. Even LeBron, the most durable star of this generation, couldn't dream of this. Kawhi would break out in hives thinking about it. In today's era of precautionary rest and medical load tracking, no one is even going to attempt this, ever. Welcome to the dark side of NBA history. In the 2001 season, Rasheed Wallace decided to go full villain mode, racking up 41 techs. That's half a tech per game. It got so ridiculous that refs were teeing him up for just looking annoyed. The league eventually had to change the rules. You get suspended after 16 now. So, unless the NBA suddenly becomes the purge, and players are allowed to scream at refs without consequences, this record is safe in Rasheed's angry, yelling hands. We have to bring Wilt back because this one's just stupid. In 1961 to 62, Wilt didn't just average 30 or 35. He didn't even settle for the 40s. He averaged 50.4 points per game for an entire season. No one's doing this again. Jordan didn't do it. Kobe didn't. Even in the most selfish scoring eras, no one got near it. Wilt played nearly every minute of every game and demanded the ball. It was a different time. And this number is a relic we'll never touch. Scoring titles are the kind of thing that feel winnable until you realize what MJ did. 10 in just 15 seasons. He led the league in scoring 2/3 of the time he played. The closest active player? Kevin Durant, and he's at 4. Harden and LeBron? Fewer. Steph? Still chasing. To dominate the scoring race for a decade requires talent, consistency, and a killer mindset. Jordan wasn't just great. He was relentless. And in today's pass-friendly league, 10 scoring titles might as well be a fairy tale. This one's part talent, part magic. We all know how hard it is to win 3 games in a row, but 33? Now we are talking history. The 1971 to 72 Lakers, with Wilt, West, and Goodrich, rattled off 33 straight wins. Over a month of never losing. Think about the discipline, chemistry, and sheer willpower that takes. Even the KD, Steph, Klay Warriors only got to 28. LeBron's best Heat squads never got close. In an 82-game season filled with travel, injuries, and trap games, 33 wins in a row is like swimming the Atlantic with a backpack full of bricks. It ain't happening again. Sometimes a record sticks around because it's just so embarrassingly low. In 2002, the Denver Nuggets, a real NBA team with real professional athletes, managed to score 8 points in a single quarter against the Pistons. In the shot clock era, yeah, that's right, this was full-on basketball disaster. Missed jumpers, botched layups, turnovers, and bricks galore. While the league is too offense-heavy today to see this happen again, it's technically not impossible. But let's be honest, nobody's topping this for sheer ineptitude. Speaking of pain, the 2011-12 Bobcats finished with the worst win percentage in NBA history, going .759 in a lockout-shortened season. The team was a mess. No offense, no defense, no identity. Just vibes, and not good ones. This season wasn't a highlight reel, it was a lowlight reel. Bad teams will always exist, but it's hard to be this bad again. Most rebuilding teams stumble into a few wins. This level of ineptitude takes a special kind of hopelessness. Okay, this one's not an official record, but it deserves a shout-out. In 2011, JaVale McGee attempted to throw 3 alley-oops to himself on one play. He missed the first, and the second, still tried the third. He got fouled, and a standing ovation from the crowd. Sometimes records aren't stats, they're moments burned into our basketball brains. And this one is eternal. The NBA is always changing. Players are faster, smarter, and more skilled than ever before. But that doesn't mean everything is breakable. Some records are fortresses, built from sheer dominance, weird circumstances, or just plain luck. They stand like monuments in the league's wild history. So next time someone drops 60, racks up 20 assists, or wins a few rings, just remember, there are levels to this. And some records, they'll never be touched. What do you think? What other NBA records will never be touched? Surely you have a few in mind. Make sure to include them below. Oh, and also make sure that you like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you great NBA content long into the offseason and beyond.